welcome back. We are on our second week on helping our kids grow in confidence. We're so glad you tuned in again.
Yes, we're so glad you're here.
Again, I'm Stephanie Jordan, one of the staff pastors here at Hope Fellowship, and I'm here with Tisha Solomon.
Hello, everyone. We're so glad you're back with us today. I'm the student pastor at the Frisco East Campus. If you haven't listened to last week, go listen to last week and then come back and listen to this week. It's going to be great.
Yes. So this week we're going to talk about kind of finding true confidence in discovering our value and our purpose and what that looks like, and that we can live a life of confidence when we know our purpose and why we're here.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think maybe even a lot of adults are still trying to figure that out.
Oh,
Sometimes
for sure.
I wonder, and I'm trying to figure that out. But what is confidence? Why is it important?
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that a lot of people can confuse confidence and arrogance a little bit.
Yeah,
I think that there is a very I think they can be very different and distinguishable, and they are for sure. And we've talked a little bit about that. I'd love for you to launch into that and just talk a little bit about the difference between those two words.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting because sometimes we think, well, that they're not lacking confidence. Obviously, look at that person; they're not lacking confidence. But I think sometimes we confuse, like you said, confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
And the word arrogant derives from the Latin arrogare.
Okay.
And
Great
that's
job.
the idea that, thank you, that someone is claiming credit or advantages that they are not entitled to. It's unwarranted pride or a sense of importance that they did not earn.
Yeah.
And confidence comes from the Latin word confide, which means to have full trust.
Love
and when
that.
you trust something, you can have faith in it.
Oh.
So confidence literally means to trust and be filled with faith. So if you take it and you look at them side by side, arrogance is hollow. There's nothing behind it. There's no substance. It's very loud a lot of times, but it's also very fragile.
Yeah.
And you
Ooh.
look at confidence is very solid. It's saturated. There's a lot there. It's quiet, but it's very strong.
That's
it's
so
the
good.
complete opposite of arrogance. So when you can sometimes confuse them, but when you really dig in deeper, you can see, oh, this is real. This is not real.
And sometimes when you step back from someone, you can really see the difference.
Yes.
Too, because someone will be arrogant, but you're like, man, that person's confident. But really, there's not a lot there. And it's probably a lot of insecurities that they're dealing with. So.
Yeah, and when you hold them up to each other, just like a name brand and an off brand, sometimes certain things you can really tell the difference. This is the real thing. This is the fake thing. And when you see confidence next to arrogance, it's very obvious to spot confidence versus arrogance. And the thing that everybody wants is confidence.
Yeah. So what do you think it means to have true confidence?
Yeah. So confidence, I think we can have confidence in different ways. So there's confidence in something, the feeling or belief that you can rely on something firm or someone. There's confidence in someone, the belief that you can rely on this person.
Yeah.
And why can we do that? Why can we have confidence in something or someone?
Yeah.
Because it is proven, again, the word trust, to have full trust over and over and over again. What I know about that has proven to be true. So if we're saying, I'm confident in Jesus, why? I'm confident in the message of Jesus to love others. Why? Because he taught us about that. And I don't have to fear that I've built my life on a lesson that's not true, because when I have loved others the way Jesus said to do it, it's always gone just like he said he would.
Yeah.
And the truth has been proven over and over. I can have confidence in you as my friend.
Yeah.
I can share, I can trust you because I've done it before.
Yeah.
And every time you've proven yourself to be faithful and to be trustworthy over and over. So in order to have confidence in yourself and in who you are, you need to be able to have confidence in something and in someone.
Ooh, that's
and
good.
something is the message of Jesus, and the someone is Jesus.
Yeah.
And if we can find our confidence there first, then we can be able to have confidence in ourselves.
Yeah, I love that. Man, that's so good. I think that if we're constantly searching for something in our lives to make us have confidence, we are going to fall flat, because there's always going to be someone who can play something better than they're better at a sport than we are. They made a higher grade in that class than we did. They're a better driver than we are. They're a better employee than we are. If we're constantly trying to validate ourselves based on our own merit, I mean, we're probably going to fail every time. But if we have confidence in Jesus and who he is and who he says he is, because he's never failed us. I think that's so stinking beautiful.
Yeah. I think another thing is that we all know, and we've said it, and you've said it, and kids say it all the time. We know that what's on the inside is more important than what's on the outside.
Yeah.
Who we are is more important than what our talents and ability, that those things that we have to offer, who we are, our character. But many of us have a hard time living like we really believe that.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we focus on the outside or on performance because we don't know what we have inside. We haven't discovered who we are inside and what is actually there. We haven't stopped to identify what's within us, or we don't believe there's anything there. It's easy to say, I don't have anything to offer in that way. We believe there's nothing valuable inside and that we have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
In order to grow in confidence, the first thing is you have to recognize that you're valuable. And the most valuable part of you is below the surface. You just have to believe that there's something actually there.
Yeah.
In Ephesians 2:10, it says, we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Jesus Christ so we can do all good things he planned for us long ago. And in Matthew 10:29, it says, what is the price of 2 sparrows? 1 copper coin, but not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without your Father knowing it. And the very hairs on your head are numbered, so don't be afraid. You are more valuable than a whole flock of sparrows. So when we're thinking about teenagers and we're saying, okay, well, we can have confidence in Jesus and in the message of Jesus. Well, if this is something that he's saying to us, you are more valuable to God than a whole flock of sparrows.
Yeah.
If we can trust that, then we can trust that I actually am. There is value in there.
Right.
There is a lot more below the surface.
Yeah. That he's made us. I think what's so cool is like when we end up finding our purpose and our value, our confidence in him, man, there's literally no stopping us. Because like you said, in middle school, high school, that a lot of times the things that we're doing during that period, they're not the things we're going to do forever.
Right.
So what can we do now to start instilling with our kids that those things, while they're fun and cool and sometimes great, those aren't our forever kind of life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can always be somebody who is a good listener.
Yeah.
You can always be somebody who can see people in their hurt.
Yeah.
So those are the things that can last forever.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think, true confidence comes from believing you're valuable, identifying that value, and living with purpose. So in Psalm 139, it says, you made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. Last week you said, the thing that is created belongs to the creator. And I would also venture to say that if something was created, if somebody took the time to create something, they did that for a reason.
Yeah.
So you were created, all creation has purpose. Yeah. Everything that's created is created on purpose. There's a reason for it. And all things that have purpose are valuable.
Yeah.
So believing you're valuable, if you're here, then you're created.
Valuable.
And if things that are created are valuable, then if you're here, you are valuable. And the truth is right there. And then the next part is you were created on purpose and you're created for a purpose. It's unique to you and important for the world. Yeah. So not only is it, yes, that's great for you, but also we need it.
Yeah.
Part of that confidence comes from I'm doing something that matters.
Yeah.
I matter and what I'm doing matters. Because you have a purpose in this world, that value is going to help you figure out your mission.
Yeah.
So that the purpose that you're created for matters. So again, you're created on purpose and things that have purpose are valuable. The purpose matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
And in 1 Corinthians 12, it says, a spiritual gift is given to each of us so we can help each other.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
Not only is it great, you were created on purpose, for a purpose, but also now we need you to live that.
Yeah. Ooh.
And there's so much confidence that comes from, if I don't do this, who's going to? Because that's my purpose.
Yeah.
I was created for this.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of confidence that comes from knowing I have, this is my mission.
Yeah. Well, and I almost want to flip that just a little bit and say that to us as parents.
Yes.
We were created to be parents, to teach our kids things like this. You are valuable. You were made on purpose. You were made for a purpose. Let's figure that out together. Let's journey that together, because I don't know about the parents listening. I know this with my kid, and I know, Stephanie, we've talked a little bit about this. Like, sometimes it's so hard because our kids they don't see their value. They don't see their worth. And the world is just telling them the opposite of that, or that they find their value in things that are temporary, not worth it. And we have to be the ones who come full circle and say, that is not the thing that matters. Here is what matters. Yeah. I'm trying to teach you and show you. You're growing up in my home where I've had to learn that I'm valuable because of who God says I am, because he created me, because he made me. And I'm living that out, hopefully outside of this home, but inside of this home, by helping us journey together, finding your value, finding our value together.
Right. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, truly. And how important that is, the together. Like, we are all figuring that out together. Yeah. So again, I'll say it one more time, believing that you're valuable, believing that truth that you're valuable, identifying that true value that's inside of you, and then living with purpose. So I know that I'm valuable because I'm a created thing. Yeah. I'm a created being.
So good.
And so I know that there's value in that. I know that value is inside of me, and I just need to figure out what that is. Yeah. What is my value? Yeah. And again, we talked last week about all those things that God says, this is who you are, this is who you are, this is who you are. And then moving forward with purpose in that value. Yeah. I definitely say for parents, help your student identify what makes them valuable and go deeper. Yeah. I mean, for sure, there are things that you know about your student that you are so proud of them, and you are like, man, you are one of the hardest workers there. You are empathetic, you are kind, you are generous. Helping them to identify those things. And then how can they mobilize that? Confidence comes from taking those things and using it to do something for others, to serve this world, to love others.
Oh, I love that. I love this topic. I love, I just wish sometimes we could just grab our teenager and just like, you're confident, be a confident person. Yeah. But the journey sometimes is very difficult. But I will say, if we can do everything we can to just instill this in our kids, man, and help them live a confident life, it's just going to be the best life that God created for them. So I love it.
All right. I think that's it for this week.
I love it.
You can do this.
You're not alone. God is
with you. And so are we.
See you next week.